This is what we're dealing with. A perpetrator with multiple arrests. Multiple arrests. The last arrest, criminal possession of a weapon. How was he found to have been carrying the weapon? He jumped the turnstile in the subway system and had the weapon on him. The firearm was found when he committed a crime of jumping the turnstile in our subway system. Here's the problem. The arrest was March 2020. And for 20 months after the arrest, he remained on the streets. He finally pled guilty December 2021. So you're asking yourself, he pled guilty in December 2021. Why wasn't he in jail? He was still out, waiting to be sentenced. The sentence was pushed off for 5 months. And then you know what else happened? It was pushed off again. People want to ask, why am I cracking down on fare evasions? That's why. People want to ask, why we're conducting 300,000 stations inspections? That's why. People want to ask, why are we pushing for reform? That's why. This is what we are up against. Tomorrow, the commissioner and I is going to announce actions we believe need to be taken to deal with this real issue that we are facing. And I just met with Officer Vargas. And here's the very interesting aspect of this. Our city is divided. The overwhelming number of New Yorkers are the good guys. A small number of violent people are the bad guys. Officer Vargas' father-in-law is a police officer, assigned to the neighborhood safety team, going after guns. Officer Vargas is a police officer, going after guns. You have family members in this city that are saying, we're tired of living in violence. And they are up against those who believe we should be spending our attention protecting criminals. Who the hell will protect the innocent New Yorkers in this city? That's the question we have to ask ourselves. It is time for us to stop spending our energy protecting people who are committing crimes and violence. This person has an extensive arrest history. He has made up his mind he was not going to stop until he took the life of an innocent person. I'm tired of the complaints about the officers who are doing their job. We put these officers on the front line, father and son on the front line. And these officers being on the front line, we're spending more attention critiquing their actions. Let's critique the actions of those who are committing the crimes in this city. That's what we should be critiquing. That's where my attention is. Not on what type of uniform our police officers are wearing. I'm focused on those who are carrying guns, particularly in this borough. The number of shootings that we are responding to every night is despicable. But everyone is looking at the attention that what we're doing to stop fare evasions where people are carrying guns, to stop people who are discharging weapons on our streets with no regard for the innocent people of this borough and of this city. The gun arrest was in Brooklyn. The shooting tonight was in Manhattan, was in the Bronx. The number of times that we have to respond to these shootings, New Yorkers deserve better. We took 2,600 100 guns off our streets. And the shooters of those guns are back on our streets just like this person here. Under normal circumstances, you will see a decrease in crime in the city. But the same criminals are continuing to come out in our streets, committing violence over and over again. City deserves better. We have to commend these officers. In spite of the criticisms, in spite of the attacks, in spite of all the naysayers, in spite of all the things that are thrown at them, they continue to do their job. They continue to respond. His father-in-law and son, they were on the streets. In spite of everything that we do to stop them from doing their jobs, they're still doing their jobs. And I want to thank them for putting themselves in harm's way. While we go after the small number of people who have made up their minds, they have no regard for the people of this city. It's time for us to start thinking about the innocent people of this city. We're tired of these press conferences late at night, talking to officers and family members who are the victims of these shootings. We need to support our police officers. We send them out to do a job, and that job was carried out tonight. And Officer Vargas and his partners, they served us with the level of dignity that we deserve to give to these men and women who put on this uniform and run towards violence, not away from violence.